Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Yeah, James. Woo! We are hot in the city. In the city. This is it. It's Easter weekend, James.
You're hot in the city?
In the city. Easter weekend, which means Joel Osteen has risen.
Oh, is he gonna?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
What are they gonna get into?
Fucking
Him and Kanye.
getting wet on the internet. Splappers. They're getting real wet on the internet. So they're doing a huge World Wide Web presentation. Osteen, since his little mega church is shut down, it's gonna be him, Kanye. I guess Kanye is gonna do a 2-hour performance from LA. They're gonna wire them in with Osteen, Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Okay.
Have fun.
Bing, 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 bing. And then Mariah. Me and Mariah. Mariah Carey's on that list as well.
Right.
So,
right.
You amped? Are you in? Is that what we're doing Easter weekend? All day?
No.
Kids, family, let's huddle up around the TV, kids. No. Osteen's about to preach.
No, I don't know what we're gonna do.
You know exactly what we're going to do. I dress up like the Easter bunny the night before. I sleep with you, full costume. We make love, and then I hide the eggs all over the forest.
Sure.
For the kids to find, and we sing the Easter song together. You know?
Right.
Which sounds a lot like...
What's the Easter song?
It sounds a lot like Enter Sandman by Metallica. So...
Trying to that's not it.
It's close. It's very close.
It's not close at all.
It's very close.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. That wasn't close either.
Yeah.
So we both obviously know. We're both metal AF, obviously, and you guys all know that about us. So you're welcome.
Something's wrong. Shut the lights. You know, I go into the kids' bedroom dressed as the Easter bunny, and I just recite all the lyrics to it.
Fun. Fun.
The kids love it.
Yeah.
The kids love it, you know?
I like that every holiday, our main objective is to just...
say your prayers, little one.
Scare the kids, right?
Yeah. Because if you read the lyrics to Enter Sandman.
Sure, which you just Googled.
Very Easter. Yeah.
Sure.
Very Easter.
Because we're Soup's metal. We obviously Googled
say your
Sandman.
prayers, little one. Don't forget my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within. Keep you free from sin. Till the Sandman he comes, sleep with one eye open. Gripping your pillow tight. Exit lights. And tonight, take my hand. Off to never learn. And I'm in full Easter bunny costume singing it just like that to my children in their bed.
You are
ages 6 and 1.
Dumb.
Welcome to Easter. The Easter bunny's fucking here.
Welcome to Easter.
Time to wake you out of bed. Yeah, all the eggs are way without of reach, like high up in the trees, and they could never get them. I was like, well, the Easter bunny didn't want you to have them, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Maybe next year, you little fucks.
Yeah,
you
wow.
know? Yeah. No?
Look.
I'm just saying.
It's going to be a quarantine Easter, huh?
No. It's going to be death metal with a fucking Easter bunny costume.
Right.
And we wake them up super early. It's like 3:19 in the morning. And we just, you hear that fucking amp kick in and you get them up, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Very interessant.
What are you looking at over there?
I was gonna find a crime corner for later.
Crime corner.
I
we
found
need
it
one.
already. I just am like pulling
need
it.
one.
I'm pulling it up.
The people need one. The people need a crime corner.
You know, by the time we get to Friday, the wheels are falling off. Do you know what I mean?
Are they?
The wheels are just falling off the wagon.
I feel good.
In a good way, I feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, by Friday, it's casual Friday. We talk about whatever.
Sure. It's, when we do these Friday shows, it gets weird.
Sure.
It gets really fucking
There's
weird.
nothing else that it can be. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because the celebrities are slipping into night. They're slipping into they're going back into their caves, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll be
You'll see
happy to report on whatever shenanigans
a ton
they
of
do.
Easter photos.
Yeah.
Because they're all super religious.
Oh, yes.
All
Yes.
the celebrities.
Yes.
All the celebrities are super religious. And if you believe in God, why didn't he take Weinstein? Weinstein just beat coronavirus. You believe that shit?
If I were him, I would be like, God damn it.
I wouldn't have told anyone. I just would have
I would have just
laid there in my cell
died,
and fucking died. And that would have been the easiest way out. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Epstein shit, whether or not you do believe that he killed himself, he didn't kill himself.
No.
But if you did, right?
Right.
Hanging at that kind of, like, in that small of a cell, same with Aaron Hernandez. That's tough. Like, that's a hard way to go out, you know?
Yeah. I wouldn't.
That's a lot of work, and it's like, ugh. I'd rather just corona
a lot of
up and then die, you know?
Yeah.
That's me personally, but why does he want to live? Like, what does he have to live for? He's 68.
Idea.
He got 23 years. And now he's about to go to California.
Exactly.
Which is even more riddled with coronavirus in the jail system.
I think he thinks, because there is sort of a rumor that the in-between of going, like, if they are in the appeal process and then he goes to LA, that there is a chance that he could be out waiting for that.
Not one prayer.
Just saying.
Not one prayer. That's not how it works. Once you're convicted, you have to wait behind bars as your appeal plays out. Mm-hmm. They don't let you out while the appeal is going on. Like, he's going to be in jail. It's either going to be in New York or LA. Either or. So he's fucked. I would have just rather laid there and died from my coronavirus.
Sure.
Taking my coronavirus like a man. Taking my C-Vide like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Your what?
My C-Vide. My COVID.
COVID.
Yeah. I would have just been like, all right, sweet. This is a nice way out. Because then you're what, on a fucking ventilator? Off to Neverland.
Do you know what COVID-19 stands for?
I don't know.
It's coronavirus disease 2019.
Ah, that's dumb.
Surprisingly simple, right? Like, I
guess.
Sure.
I guess. You know what I'm saying? They're doing some bullshit here. I'm tired of the bullshit around this. So Fauci, our boy, Fauci dog.
The Fauci.
He came on yesterday and said, look, we're revising this model. The deaths are actually going to be around 60, right?
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, hey.
Things are going to start to slowly get
Yeah,
better.
he's going to put up Christmas decorations on Easter because that's when he was born.
Yeah.
Jesus. And now he's risen. Let's put both of those together. Let's have him born and then rise up out of the cradle. But no, it turns out our state is actually putting more restrictions in. It was 1 in, 1 out at the grocery store for you today, right?
Yeah, well, Whole Foods has been business as usual this entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, very little masks, very little. I mean, you kind of have to stand apart from each other, but they're not really regulating it. Everyone's just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
It seemed totes normal. And I was like, all right, I could do this.
Yeah.
As long as I can go to Whole Foods, get a little, nashi, get a little ginger, I'm fine. As long as I go to Food Line, get other stuff, like, okay, whatever.
White woman ginger, yeah.
Right, but now I went there and there's a line around the corner and they're letting people in. Everyone's got a mask. All the people that work there have masks. They're letting people in, like pulling the electric doors or whatever, or the automatic doors apart, letting someone in, pushing them back.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody in Whole Foods got sick, but then the Starbucks was closed. I just felt like, oh my gosh, this is finally affecting me.
Yeah. White woman problems is what that is.
It was finally affecting me. Besides not being able to see friends. And you know what? It did affect me. Hit home. Did you ever see that Today Show where the lady accidentally texts this guy Jamal, this kid, thinking that it was her grandson.
What's up?
Did you ever?
Grandson?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
So you're talking about the African American man who
Jamal. Yeah.
Yes. It was the two older white people, and then one of them died.
Yes.
Yeah. From the coronavirus.
Yes.
And
but it was this lady that she texted. She sent an accidental text to this kid, being like, "We have a plate for you at Thanksgiving." This guy
Jamal. Talked about him on the show
Jamal was like, Jamal was like, "Send me who is this?" She's like, "It's your grandma." He's like, "Send me a picture." They figured out that it wasn't the grandma, it wasn't the son, but he still went over, and they spend Thanksgiving together every year to this day. It's so cute. It's so awesome. Anyways, her husband died, and that was just like so sad.
I know. I
you know?
I saw that. Yeah.
It's hitting home in weird ways for me. Just the Whole Foods, mainly.
It is, yeah. Mostly Whole Foods for you, and not being able to go to Starbucks, but because we don't have many coffee places here.
But other than that, yeah,
we don't have that many coffee shops here. But I don't know what to say.
That one was really sad, I have to say.
It is sad.
Yeah,
and look, all of these deaths are sad. I'm not saying they're not sad. It's just I think if we would have protected them better and said, "Hey, you guys definitely have to fucking stay home and can't leave your house during this."
Yeah.
And set up a system where, the people that weren't at risk could go out and help them in other things. And it's just, yes, it is sad. All of this is sad. But, how much more emphasis do we put on it versus like flu season and shit like that? Like
right.
That's the hardest part about this. And I don't know the answer.
Right.
I don't know the answer.
And
Joel Osteen does.
Joel Osteen.
And he'll have that answer for you on Sunday. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that was sad. And then look, there's been some musicians that have died and things like that.
Yeah, John Prine.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
He was very sick and older, but
correct.
That was huge.
Yes. And who was the other guy from Fountains of Wayne?
Nope.
Yep. He died, and he scored like every TV show on the planet, I feel like, too. And he was like 52. I'm not sure what his health conditions were or whatever, but
dang.
Yeah, but they're putting more restrictions on the state in North Carolina. And fuck, man. I don't know. I felt like things were going back to normal. And then last night, they canceled UFC on me.
You really started crying about that.
I lost all of the shit inside of my body, full evac. I don't know where I was. I blacked out for a little bit. Full evac. Everything went out. Urine too. And Dana White got on last night because I was like, "Leave from Dana. Like, what's Dana got to say about this?" Because I know he didn't fucking do this bullshit.
Right.
Sure enough, he said he got a call from the very tippy top of Disney and the very tippy top of ESPN, and they were like, "Stand down." That was his exact words.
Right.
Stand down. And he's like, "Look, man, as soon as this is over, we are going to be the first sport back. I can promise you that." Yeah. There's another card May 9th, which today's April 10th. That's why, and when I heard this news, it was obviously April 9th. That's why this was depressing to me. It's another 30 fucking days. The NFL draft is still going on in 2 weeks, but it's going to be virtual, which you don't really need anybody in person for that. I feel bad for the kids, but that's the only thing I'm holding on to now, where it's just like, come on, man, this is fucking dog shit.
Right.
They were ready to rock on an Indian casino, Indian reservation. UFC.
They still will.
Yeah. So Dana White said, "Look, I'm going to still fight there. These guys went to the mat for me, pun intended." And I'm gonna hold a massive fight there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them all the money for this, and I appreciate them fucking with me like this. Like, it's great.
Right.
And he also said to all of his workers and his staff, no one's getting fired from the UFC. Everybody's gonna be fully paid, business as usual. And all these fighters who were brave enough to say, "Hey, I'm gonna fight on this card. I'm gonna let these cards stand, and I'm not gonna fuck with these either." So. And I believe him. Like, this guy's been doing what he's wanted for 20 years at this point, and making look, the sport of UFC was not supposed to be a thing at all. And he's, single-handedly been doing it for 20 years. Yeah, dude.
Adversity this entire time and people that don't want them on his network. And
he's essentially a club promoter. You
Sure.
know? Like,
that's the vibe for sure.
that is the vibe.
Yeah.
And he's got to put these
They're
events on.
scrappy.
Yeah, they got to put these events on and try to figure it out. And, they sold to Disney, well, ESPN, which is owned by Disney, a couple years ago. They sold to them for $5 billion with a B. And with that type of price tag comes different bosses, people that are in charge of you, and a certain amount of vaginas that are sewn on to men in those positions. Like the head of Disney. You pull down his pants, there is no penis and balls there. It is a vagina that is now sewn on because they're answering for Mickey Mouse and not for UFC fighters.
Are you saying vaginas are weak?
No, I'm saying these men have chosen to forego their penis and balls and just sew on hand vaginas because they're probably made of rubber. It might even have a little Mickey Mouse face on it, or a hand. Might be just one of those 3-fingered white mittens that's sewn on.
Vaginas take more of a beating than penises, just saying.
Maybe. But
a little bit tougher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
deal with more in and out.
Yeah,
sort
like
of thing.
a catcher's mitts.
Humans.
From the 1950s. Couldn't
Other
afford
humans.
a new one. Yeah, you bet.
So
Other objects going in and out.
I'd.
What I'm saying is their manhood has been released from their body. So they no longer have penis and balls. And they're the ones that are making these decisions now. And we've got to deal with their bullshit and whatever their outside interests are, because they're clearly not about sports. And, look, WWE had no fucking problem going last weekend for WrestleMania. And the problem is that shit's fake, man. They're still in the same close proximity and wrestling one another, but it's fake. I want to see real people punching each other in the face, bleeding. That's what I'm paying for, and I want to see people get choked out.
Yeah.
Now I can't see that. I got to go to Pornhub if I want to see somebody get choked out.
Sure.
You know?
Yep.
So congratulations, Disney. You just pushed even more people over to Pornhub. You know?
Couple things I was thinking about.
Fire away.
How many females have died from strangle baiting?
Oof.
Probably none, right?
Yeah, because I would say that's too hard to go strangle yourself while you're, well.
But you're not strangling yourself. Nobody's strangling yourself.
Right. Yeah, you're tying yourself up. Is that a thing amongst the female community? I don't know, man.
It's the same concept, so that's why I was wondering. I don't think women are that stupid, but we'll see. I'm sure there's guys in front of us that are looking it up.
Yeah.
And then what's your favorite accent? And what's your least favorite accent?
For women?
Just in life.
As far as
just
cultural?
Just people.
People.
There's an accent that you're like, oh.
The one that I don't like on women. I can only go women because dudes, it's just like, whatever, right?
It's just annoying either way, right? So what is...
But it's more annoying out of a woman to me, where it's just like, oh, God. Whenever I hear a woman with a deep Australian accent, I'm just like...
Australian,
gross.
That was mine too. That was my least favorite.
Gross. I don't mind it on dudes, though, where you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet. It's fine.
What's your favorite?
Favorite accent? Yeesh. You ever been to Nambia?
No.
I love a Nambian accent. I do, especially in the winter. No,
yeah. Nice. Trying to picture it.
I would say my favorite accent, because it makes me laugh the most, and partially, I guess, because I'm writing about it right now, is Irish.
Very
on
funny
men
word.
or women, it's just fucking hilarious to me. Where it's just like, man, whenever somebody really gets into it, like, I enjoy, like, Colin Farrell, once he got really famous, switched back to more of a harder Irish accent that he never had before.
Oh, he always had it, but then he had to lose it a little bit to get in the mainstream.
I think so. Here's my here's my honest thought on actors who come from another country. When they're over here, they'll try to be more, they'll do American accents and things like that. Because let's face it, you're not casting a lot of Irish fucking movies, right?
Right.
In America. And so when they do it in an audition, they do an American accent, and then the casting director immediately asks you, oh, so where are you from and what do you like? Then they go as hard as they can Irish because it makes it seem like their performance was even more impressive.
There you go. Yeah.
So I think with Colin Farrell, he got more Irish over time where it was just like, oh, you fooled me into being a greater actor because you have an even thicker Irish brogue now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just all right, cool. Because then there's others altogether who just have lost it over the years.
Yeah.
Like Mel Gibson.
Oh, yeah, he's not even Australian anymore.
I totally forgot
that
he was even Australian.
Yeah, right?
And when I heard him in the back of that cop car, which is how I only picture him, by the way.
Sure.
Saying sugar tits.
Whenever you think of him, yeah.
Yes, I picture him saying the words sugar tits. There is no trace of Australian accent whatsoever anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he has just completely forgotten that. Whereas others, haven't. Like Nicole Kidman still kind of has one, you know?
A little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not really.
Yeah.
Her and Urban, when they...
Super straight Keith Urban.
Yeah, they're super straight.
There's nothing I love more than straight sex with my wife, who is in Scientology.
15 to what?
50 to 1 is the ratio, and only 4 died of the one of the years I found.
50 to 1 is the ratio of strangulation for females.
For females.
Ah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's hard, man. Look, it also takes women longer to masturbate, I believe.
Is that what you believe?
I think so.
Oh.
Right? Because you guys are more about the mood and the whole, the setting and everything else. Mm-hmm. Whereas dudes, it's kind of just anytime, anywhere. It's like, all right, sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is there a dumpster behind that Hardee's? Awesome. I could probably jack off there. I could probably throw a rope over the dumpster and hang myself around that and fucking get at least 6 inches off the ground, Is that what you were coaxing out of me? You just wanted to hear that noise today on Good Friday?
Yeah, yeah. I think everyone wanted to hear it.
Off to Neverland.
Yeah,
wake up the kids at Easter. Yeah, 50 to 1, Jamie. That's the ratio of strangulation for female to men. That makes sense to me. I just think it's too hard. I think women, it's more emotion and, setting the mood and all that other things, whereas guys are just fucking gross, man.
Right.
They're just like, all right, sweet. Where we at? Carrabba's? Great.
Right.
Great. I'll lock the door. Oh, is there a urinal next to the stall? There's no lock on the door. It's one of those push-pull ones. Yeah, I could probably pop one off in the stall of Carrabba's, Yeah. Whereas I don't think a woman, that's not necessarily what they're looking to get into. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but we did talk about on Drinkin Bros the other day, we talked about the surprising amount of porn that real couples are shooting during the quarantine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And went through some of those videos. And the boredom has really kicked in. Some of these weren't even monetized, or you were just like, oh, you're just doing this just to do it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. So Jared has become a quarantine porn master.
Okay.
Really a master. Just going through the
What do you mean by quarantine
friend
porn?
Jared Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
So the quarantine porn, he's quarantined not for the coronavirus, but he has E. coli.
Yes.
So he's under E. coli quarantine, and because of his ass issues, so to speak, he's going every hour on the hour.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens when you get an animal disease inside your system.
Sure.
He's had to just kind of watch porn. Like, he's so bored, he watches porn while his girlfriend is at work, right?
Okay.
So he went into like all of the new porn that's popping up, and it's all quarantine, man. Where people are just like, fuck, man, we're bored as shit, and we want some interaction with people.
Right.
And some people are swapping over to porn. Mm-hmm. And I was surprised by that. I was like, shit. But it kind of makes sense. Same with the Tory Lanez thing that we were talking about. Tory Lanez IG is fucking lit.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, same thing, man. Like, before I was writing, he was trending number 4 on Twitter around the world. And it was, again, very mediocre singer/rapper. Mm-hmm. Has now amassed over 8 million followers. In there last night, he had some of the biggest porn stars on the planet he was hooking in with. Alexis Texas. And then she started trending. Mm-hmm. And now what they're doing is putting their cash apps up, Tory Lanez is pinning those to the top of the thing. He was holding consistently last night. Because I popped back in and out of it, clearly for research for the show, obviously. He was holding about 275,000 viewers. And I guess what he had said on the thing was true. Because he had put a post up that said, hey, man, I had talked to the president of Instagram and said, hey, we can't have the fucking nudity anymore. So you can't be asking girls to show their pussies and things like that. Like, they've got to keep their clothes on, but I'll let you go back on as long as you tell them not to do that. So what he switched it to last night was you can be in a thong, you can be in a bra, but the rest of everything you do is fine. So girls were dumping milk out on their tits and on their ass, and that's become a nice thing.
Cool.
For the fans. The hilarious thing about 2020 is most of the girls that were doing it with almond milk.
Oh, okay.
Which doesn't really have the same type of
viscosity.
Correct. So you're just like, almond milk. And then there was a guy in the background who goes, damn, girl, you need some more calcium. And I'm just like, so now he's got it hooked up where it's his mic, another guy's mic who's a hype man behind him, and then another guy who comments on as the action is going on. He's got it so dialed in. It's the most entertaining shit of all time. Like, for real. To the point of, I think I will actually miss this, like when the quarantine actually ends, because you're not going to have that audience anymore once things go back to normal.
Yeah.
It's because of the quarantine that he has this audience, and he's able to get the craziest people of all time. Last night, the guy, I got murder on my mind.
Yeah.
Murder on my mind. The guy who actually killed his best friends and then wrote a song about it, who's in jail for double murder. He got in there last night and he goes, oh no, how did you get a phone in jail? He's on jail on charges for murder.
How did he?
I don't know. I'm assuming it was a family member or a manager or something that, controls the Instagram now who got in on there, but that's how far it's gone. Every celebrity you can think of had popped in there at one point or another last night. And he didn't even have time to talk to them because there were so many porn stars who wanted to get on. Then it was just like, man, where are we? And he was just talking to it. Like, he would click on to some of his favorite NBA players and shit. And you were just like, they were fanning out like they were on the biggest show on the planet. I mean, it's crazy to see. You were just like, what is happening to the culture that you're just like, fuck, man, I'm dying to get on someone's Instagram live. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But we're every time I say we've reached peak 2020, we haven't. Something else is going to pop up.
Yeah.
I wish it was the UFC fight, but
But now,
it's gonna be something else.
So you wait for what, another month?
No, yeah, for the UFC, yeah. The NFL draft is still going on, and that's going to be virtual from people's houses and shit. But again, the only thing that is going to stop that is the players walking up on stage and shaking the commissioner's hand. And I feel bad for those kids. You work your entire life for that moment, and then, sorry about it. Especially Joe Burrow. That guy just keeps getting fucked. Didn't get to start at Ohio State. Joe Burrow, championship quarterback from LSU. Didn't get to start at Ohio State, had to transfer, had to go through a shitty year with LSU. Then finally wins a national championship, has the greatest year a quarterback could possibly have. Is going to go first in the draft. All you want to do is hold up that number 1 jersey. It is you join a club of you and 60 other people in the history of the world. And now we're going to do it from home this year. It's like, God damn it, man. But is that going to be on? You probably have more eyeballs on Tory Lane's Instagram.
Yeah, maybe go on there.
Maybe hold up your jersey on Tory Lane's
There you go.
Instagram live. It sucks. And then now we're going under more restrictions here. The shit, dude.
I know. I know.
Might have to pop on Osteen. Maybe Osteen does have the answers, Jabes.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Supposed to be what?
I thought it was going to be done on the 30th.
It is.
Okay.
That's
20 more days for us,
3 weeks, yeah. So this is the lockdown for here is supposed to be. But I'll be honest with you. Why are you going with more restrictions now?
Because April's supposed to be the peak, I guess. Apparently.
Boy. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Look, I don't know. I just listened to the Fouch.
I don't listen to.
I just listen to Tony Fouch.
I don't listen to anyone. You know.
We know.
I'm living by my own rules.
We all know that's true.
You know what else was disappointing this week was the pink moon.
I know. That was going to be
that
like
lasted
a
for
thing.
like 20 minutes.
Not even.
Not even, yeah. Not even
like,
here.
Oh,
pink moon.
And everyone's like, oh, I didn't really see it. I guess it happened, but I didn't really see it.
Yeah. We didn't get a peek see at that, you know? So, you know, it's weird. It's weird, Jabes.
Mm-hmm.
We need something to happen.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's got to rise up here, you know?
Right.
Maybe it's Christ on Sunday.
Gosh.
You know?
Yep.
Something's got to change here.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to.
It's got to, though.
I know, but it's not going to.
It's got to.
That's the bummer of it, right? And that's where, like, maybe I'm just now coming to terms. It's been, everyone else is like week 3. I'm like, hey, dude, this sucks. Like the first day.
Yeah. Yep. So I bought a shit ton of liquor before, like right before, you know, the lockdown happened and all this shit. Because we had heard that they were possibly going to be shutting down the liquor stores or having curfews, which they are actually doing. Chicago just went under that curfew on the liquor stores because people are starting to get rowdy.
Sure.
People are starting to lose their shit. We still got 3 more weeks of this. Chicago's probably got even longer, to be honest with you.
Yes.
And so you can expect things to get violent real quick. All I'm hearing is sirens outside the back of this bitch. So
yeah, it's like it's an eerie feeling, right?
Yeah.
So like driving to the office today with that being closed, the Starbucks being closed, which you guys, have we ever seen a Starbucks closed? Like, have you ever been like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah.
So Starbucks closed, and then like driving through this neighborhood coming to the office, things felt very like on edge and eerie. That like we're just in the beginning of some kind of revolt, some kind of craziness where people like are gonna snap.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, I can tell you this. What did I tell you before we left the house today? I was like, you know what I'm going to do?
You said, fuck you. And I was like, what?
Fuck you.
Yeah. And I was like, let's not talk like that. And you're like, oh, sorry.
I was like, oh, sorry about that.
Sorry, like, forget who you are sometimes. And I'm like, bro, yeah.
And I took off my Easter costume.
Yeah.
And I took off my Easter bunny costume and I came into work and I said, I love you. No, I'm kidding. I right before we left the house, I said, I think I'm going to drink hard liquor tonight.
I think you should sew up the hole in the front of that.
Easter
I
bunny
don't
costume?
think you should have the hole in the front.
It's hot in there. I got to let the...
I know you think it's funny, but like I think we should sew that up.
Got to let the continental breakfast breathe, if you will. The sausage and the eggs. Voila.
And the mini...
huevos rancheros.
The mini croissant.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
I said I'm switching to hard liquor. I go, this is the time. Yeah. Like, I'm starting to reach where it's like, I think I'm going to grill out with some hard liquor tonight, you know? Really take the edge off here. So today I'm feeling a little bit on edge about all this shit. It was the UFC thing that threw me over, by the way.
Sure.
It really was. Because I thought, again, I know we talked about this a few days ago, but I thought sports is a good precursor of like when sports comes back, usually things go back to normal.
My life ends,
Yeah, your life ends. Your life is not going to be good for a long time, by the way.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah,
but why?
They're not going to be able to film any Real Housewives of anywhere anytime soon. And it's like, your programming is going to be real weak.
I know.
Sports was going to come back with shoved in your face 24 hours a day.
Right.
Whereas your production on all that shit is a negativo.
I know. It's going to be rough.
I talked to a couple of my bros from Los Angeles last night. And I was like, what's that looking like for you guys out there, you know, production-wise with all this shit? And he goes, man... He goes, they don't think their lockdown is going to end until the end of June. Yeah. That's what they're saying for LA, which, you know, makes sense. Look, it's like New York. It's one of those hot zones, and you have a dipshit governor, same as New York. So it's like, yeah, you guys will probably be in lockdown until fucking October maybe.
Right.
But for production wise, the reason why that's a big deal is all of your meetings for entertainment wise are out of New York and LA.
Yeah.
So you can't even take those meetings. And if you can't take the meetings, you can't read the scripts, you can't give notes, you can't have writers. Those writers' rooms, 12 people apiece. You're over that capacity, brohan. So I don't know if your shit is coming back for a while. Once sports comes back, daddy's good, right? But I worry about you because you started reading aggressive murder books from Amazon where there's very violent pictures. You, in the past, didn't go down that route because you didn't like to see it. You don't like to see the gory stuff.
There isn't any gory stuff in it.
Oh, there's not?
No, no, no.
There's just blood all over the cover of the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you know what you're reading about inside. But no. Yeah, you're a little ding dong.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, there was blood all over the cover of the book, and I was like, oh.
Well, they have to get you in.
You got to sell it.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But when our 6-year-old was in bed and you were reading that, just with the cover out and blood all over the cover, I saw the before I went upstairs to write last night, blew kisses to the both you guys, and I saw him, watching Pencilmate on YouTube for kids, and just little pencil animations, and then his mom sitting in bed next to him with a book covered in blood that just said "Your favorite serial killers."
Yeah,
and I was like, huh. Wonder if he, takes a peek-see over at what mom's looking at, and
it's just words, but yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I see bloody gloves and shovels full of blood and holes dug up and things like that. And I'm like,
yeah.
I wonder what he thinks of that. So there's no pics in there at all, huh?
No.
One looks like a coffee table book.
Yeah, but there's no pictures.
Oh, there's
stuff.
not.
No.
Okay, just descriptions.
Just descriptions of every serial killer or someone that's killed more than one person.
Okay.
Ever.
What is the fascination with white women in serial killers, like in murders? Can you know that? Because you're not the only one.
No.
It is. I feel like every
real thing.
Yes, white mom is addicted to these serial killer stories, and I don't know why.
It's a couple of different things. For me, it's sort of fascinating to hear and read testimony and stories of people that are so far mentally from where you could ever be, right? So how someone, for most people, it's like there's little differences between us, things are different, whatever. For the most part, you can kind of figure out why they would do what they're doing or like what's making them feel the way that they feel. But there's this other group of sociopath, psychopath, serial killer, crazy people that their rationale and the things that make them do the things that they're doing are completely out of the realm of anything you could ever think about.
Okay.
So there's that fascination of like, holy shit, like there are people out there that can literally just kill someone else and feel good about it.
Yeah.
And like feel no remorse whatsoever and do weird ass shit with the bodies and like have no problem being around these like dead people, taking off skin, like dismembering. Like that's insane to think about that someone could do that, right? And then there's also this other part of it, I think, as white women or women, sorry, not white women, just women in general.
It's definitely white women.
No, I mean, it's all different kinds of women. But anyway, I think we are, I don't know, for so long, we're just like the victim of all these. Like most of these are women as victims.
Okay.
For the most part. There's some sexual shit that goes on and then they get fucking killed, right?
Right.
And I think reading about it, in some ways you sort of take control of it or you feel like you're more educated about it.
Okay.
I have no idea.
All right.
There's part of that with it too, where like we were always just like scared little people that were just being hunted all the time by serial killers, right? There were like times in America's history where that was the case. Like I think it was like Ted Bundy, where it was like a blonde or a brown haired middle part girl in college. Yeah. Not even like really hot, but just like that was the demographic. You need to be scared. every time you leave, don't know where he's going to be. Like,
Right.
it was a whole, like, everyone in the U.S. because you don't know. You don't know where he is. You don't know what's going on. You don't, whatever. So I think that's part of it.
Okay.
So those two things mainly for me.
Yeah, I was just trying to see the fascination because it's not just you as much as I make fun of you.
No.
I see it on Facebook posts from like friends and moms and all that other shit. I'm like,
The
man,
biggest
what is the
podcast,
fucking deal.
one of the biggest podcasts in the world is My Favorite Murder.
Oh, hands down.
Hands down huge, and their following is all mostly, sorry, not all, but mostly women.
Yeah. No, I 100% get it across the board.
So I think about that all the time. Like, you've made fun of me for this for a long time since we like just started this show.
Yeah.
And I had to always be like, why do I like the cult? I'm started with cults, being into that because that was fascinating to me in the same way where I like don't understand how someone could be like go along with this stuff. Like starting with Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how could someone be like, okay, cool?
See, I understand it.
How?
So the Scientology thing in LA, when I moved to LA, because that's a fucking cult, right? The seeing friends or neighbors that had joined it or whatever, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? But then I would hear their backstory as to why, and most of them had some form of like either abuse or and you know, as a child.
Well, they definitely prey on people that
alcoholism or drug, you know, they were drug addicts or whatever, and it's like they were on the cusp of something.
Sure.
You know, like, oh, I'm gonna break, or no, it's like, oh no, come in, we'll take care of you and fucking help you do this and take your money.
I get that.
And do
I
shit.
guess.
So like,
but
the people that I knew who were in it, I was just like, oh well, that's so and so. Like he was fucked up anyways. Like, you know, that was probably his last gasp. You know.
Yeah.
So I understand the allure of it. You know, most of these women and the like the Jim Jones thing and things like that. Like, look, there's always going to be a segment of people who are just like, F the system. I don't want to live by rules and pay for things and whatever. I'd rather live in a commune and do that.
I guess.
When you showed me that Wild Wild Country, right? All of that. When I looked at those people in that fucking thing, I was just like,
in the beginning, right? You're like,
some of those people look like the
I
people
fucking
in
get
Ojai.
it. Yeah.
Where I was just like,
but they're just like drinking, hanging out, building like
totally and
their own world and their own little land.
You're describing half of Ojai, and
sure.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see people just being like, yeah, man, fuck it. You know, we'll just have sex and fucking build houses.
For sure.
Buck naked and then drink all day. Like, it'll be awesome.
Dude.
And then it's not going to be awesome.
Right.
Right. Kind of like The Beach, the movie The Beach. You know? Can't have too much of a good thing before people start killing one another and fucked up shit happens.
Sure. So Greed will always take over and ruin everything.
Yes. And I kind of understand that whole world. Whereas serial killers and shit, I don't really understand the fascination with it, where you're just like, you know.
And most guys,
pretty dark.
Most guys don't, and that's why I had to try and figure out why girls do, because guys are most of the time the predators in any one of these stories.
Right.
So you guys are like, yeah, I know I could like, I think guys know, like, anytime you're in a situation, just like you're in an elevator, Joe Rogan talks about this too, like, to be a woman in the world is this. Like, if you are in an elevator, there's another guy in there. You know for a fact if something was, like, wrong with this person next to you as a guy, they could literally just strangle you and kill you with their bare hands, and you would not be able to defend yourself. So, like, there's a lot of trust going on in the world as you go out, like, as a woman. If you're not in, like, just a grocery store or all these, like, public places, if there's ever a time where you're, like, alone anywhere, it's all you think about. So as a woman. And as a guy, you guys just don't. You never get in an elevator with another guy and think like, holy shit, this guy could, if he wanted to, strangle me to death right now.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You don't think that. You're like, I could fucking take him. Right? Or you just don't even worry about guys snapping or anything like this, right?
Yeah. No, not really. There's very few times in my life.
Right.
Like, I can name maybe one or two where I was like, I can't take that guy.
Right. And in a way, and the My Favorite Murder thing, in a way, it's kind of helping women like see signs, be safer, like just be more aware. And when you know that there's people that can just literally snap and like kill you, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have people that send in letters or emails to them that were like, I saw this guy hanging out by this woman's car or whatever.
Yeah.
I decided to wait outside and make sure that like this person was okay. The guy kind of like ran away or whatever, but they were both like listeners of the show, like My Favorite Murder listeners or whatever, and like helped each other out in that way of like, hey, there was a car by itself. You know what I mean? I just kind of like stuck around just to see.
Yeah.
And that's, I think their whole message is like, let's just know what people are capable of, know what serial killers, know what crazy people, know what predators are capable of.
Right.
And then we can take control of it, be more knowledgeable, be more vigilant, I guess.
It kind of makes sense.
I don't really.
Now that you're talking through it like this, I just thought you were fucked up, but.
I don't really
makes sense.
feel that way. I have, like, when you think about it, and when Joe Rogan said that, like, I was like, oh shit. Like, you don't think about it because you just are a girl, smaller girl, woman, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that, you think everybody is like that. You're like, oh, maybe you feel that way too when you are walking down the street by yourself, or when, you know, you go into a store or a convenience store and there's only one other person in there, whatever it may be,
Sure.
right? Like, you just are always scanning, looking, making sure. Because at any moment,
it's an interesting way to look at
you
it.
can be overpowered by pretty much everyone around you besides other women, right?
Yeah.
There's other girls where you're like, I can fucking take them, but you don't think that they're going to do anything to you.
Yeah,
Do
you
know
don't
what I
think
mean?
women are going to do anything to you.
No,
Yeah.
it's just,
It's all fucking creepy dudes. That makes sense. This actually makes a lot more sense now. Fuck.
I don't
Jades,
know.
look at us.
Look at us really talking through things in this quarantine.
Crazy, isn't it?
Really getting to know each other.
I just learned a lot about you today. I'm actually proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. That's a very sensical way to look at this shit. That's for
Because
real.
I'm not
I never
crazy.
really
Like, I
thought
don't
about
want to kill people. You're like, why are you so into murder? Like, why is you? I don't want to like look at the
I
gory
do.
stuff.
So like, I want.
You do.
I want to, like. So here's
So
the
you're
deal.
crazier than I am.
On the flip side of this, for me, because when we've talked about this on the show, like I watch all those like decapitation videos and any fucked up video you.
Yeah, like
is
I
out there,
don't want to watch it. You do.
I do, and but that's because I think about murdering people. So like, you know, there's not a week that has probably passed in, I don't know, 25 years that I haven't thought about murdering one person. Where I was just like, all right, sweet. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to. And here's the thing: I don't want to wear their skin or did like cut their dicks off or anything and like save those in formaldehyde jars.
But apparently
and then compare them like over time.
But apparently you can get into that mindset, whereas it takes a lot more for women to even think that people could think that way. Like, we're just like, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
I just want to kill them and their existence on this earth and then just walk away. Like,
I know, but you can
and go
actually
on about
get
my
into
day.
that mindset.
Yeah. The beauty is, though, I will
Where
say
you could
this.
like see yourself doing it.
Oh, 100%. Like, are we?
Okay, let's calm down.
Yes.
I don't think you should say anymore.
Why?
Because you're
It's
saying
only going to come back to get me if I actually murder. Like, I have to murder. But, yeah, I think about it all the time. All the time. And luckily, I have an outlet for it because I get to write about it. And so, you know, that's why there's a bunch of people getting killed in all these books and shit. So I can't go out and do it. I wish I could, brother, but I can't. Yeah, man, where I'm just like, that person shouldn't be alive. You know?
Yeah.
There is plenty of people that I look at and I'm like, that person should be alive. Now, if I said their names, their full government names, now I could get in trouble for that on air. So I
Right.
can't say that. But off air, if you ask me, shit, I could probably pop off like 50 names in a row where I was just like, let's eliminate these people.
Okay.
Yeah, full names. And then I'll tell you why.
Okay.
In each and every circumstance where I'm just like, yep,
Sure.
end that guy's life.
Sure. I personally can't.
You know what's weird though? There isn't women. There isn't a woman. It's not, for me, it's not a woman like I would kill. Like there's not one woman I would want to murder. It's just dudes.
Yeah.
Is that weird? I mean, because to go back to your...
Who knows
Well,
what's
no, to
weird
go back
anymore.
to your theory, like, of all dudes just want to kill women and shit like that. Like,
No,
I
I
just
don't
wanna
think
kill
they
other dudes.
look. I don't think they want to kill women.
Not in a gay way, by the way. Not in a Cunanan, like,
No.
Versace
No.
way. Like, I don't want to duct tape older men's faces and then
I don't
kill
think
them.
all guys want to kill women.
Okay,
or want
cool.
to hurt them.
I only want to kill dudes. So like my list is all dudes, by the way. Hopefully that's better for you people at home.
Yeah, and I think that's a different kind. Like you're not a predator. You're like, you're pissed.
Yeah. Angry.
I think it's different.
I want to go back to the 1800s. Like I want to go back to Wild Wild West shit, where it's just like, all right, great, let's go outside and figure this the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think like that's why the appeal of like beer pong is so appealing, or things like that, where you're just like, there's a little game where there's going to be a winner today, no matter what it is. I just want there to be a winner in something.
Yeah.
And that's how I get through it. You and I have just been rapping,
Oh,
dude.
sorry. We have sponsors.
What's that?
Oh, they've
Oh, they
got
are? They're
it.
doing
You guys got
sponsor
it.
reads in the feed?
Let's see
Everybody
what they
who's
got.
live on the YouTubes. First and foremost, we're talking about ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. There's a girl in here today. Kayla White, what's up? We don't see too many women in here, so
Yeah,
give her a
well,
shout out.
Brittany's in here. Danielle's in here. They're here.
All right, what up,
If
ladies?
you have a prolapsed beehole
Yep.
like JT, make sure it's on a ghost bed. Go ahead and get that protective cover.
Yes.
If you're going to get strangled by a serial killer in an elevator, make sure you're buried on a ghost bed. You guys, killing it.
Who said that?
Ian Castro Giovanni
You betcha.
was the strangled one, and then Rube.
Rubes, good.
Ruben
Look,
Schneider.
Stranglebait, die, prolapse.
I feel like
do it all in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros, where everything is 25% off. Pillows, sheets, mattresses, adjustable bases. And as always, they have a 36-month no interest pay-as-you-go program that is still applicable with the discounts. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. What were you going to say?
25% off everything. Danoff said that Jamie knows. Pegged on a ghost bed?
Pegged on a ghost bed. Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, do you get...
Oh, okay.
do you
Jamie
get
knows
pegged?
about being pegged.
You get
Are you
pegged,
into
Jamie?
pegging, Jamie?
Are you into pegging?
He's the giver, not the receiver.
But that means you wear the strap on.
Whoa.
and peg someone
whoa,
else.
Whoa.
You have a penis, though. You can't put a strap on over your penis.
Why
He
not?
said he could use a couple extra inches.
Why not?
That's not bad. By the way, we have a winner, before we get to the rest of this, of the best review.
Oh, okay.
It's really hilarious because it's not one that I would typically choose, but somebody called me out on something that was really fucking funny. Maybe they deleted it, actually. I can't find it.
They deleted the...
Oh, no. I'm on the wrong one. I'm gonna find it really quickly.
Okay.
And whoever this is, just write in the description. Hopefully they're watching here because it's tough. Yeah, because there's no username.
Oh, okay. Wait, so how do we...
So all the subject says is subject verb agreement. Generally, I like the show, except for Ross's inability to use there is versus there are.
Ooh.
That's really funny to me because I'm a stickler for writing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I talk so fast that, some of my words blend together and all this other shit. But the fact that somebody wrote that is so fucking funny to me.
What's their name? Karen?
No, there's no.
Is it Karen? It sounds a little bit like a Karen.
No, but the username just says there is hyphen there are.
That's the username?
Yes. So clearly
that can't be the winner.
they
We're gonna
just
pick another
signed
one.
up for iTunes for
Yeah.
But we'll pick another winner.
Well, if we can't find them.
What's that? No, the rest of these have names on them.
Okay.
So it's Colbia 9 is the other one. That's the username.
Okay.
COLBIA_9. Go to @STJames on Instagram. DM me your info, and I'll send you sign book in Strikeforce or whatever you want. To be honest with you, so I'll send you something weird if you want. I just wanted to say that when I listen to this podcast with my dad, it gives us time where we can relax, tune out the TV when my mom puts on General Hospital and The View. Listening and watching the podcast makes me feel like all the verbal harassment and sexual abuse in my life all goes away. I believe that the only other time I would be able to feel like that is when Trump pardons Joe Exotic and they make a second season of Tiger King. if the podcast did not exist and Joe Exotic died in prison, the only thing that I would be doing right now is going to public places and licking everything that people have put their hands on.
So that they could die. Wow.
So Colbia _9. Hit me up and I will send you whatever. You can also DM me on Facebook. And Craig Dulesky. Craiger's in here today.
Yeah, he was.
I want you to know, Craig,
was.
that I looked at your shit yesterday. And
Oh, he had to go to a meeting.
Oh, he had to go to a meeting. I looked at his shit yesterday, and I have not been tagged on those Instagram posts. He's posting pictures that says that I am tagged, but I'm not receiving them. So I just friended Craig, and I just said, hey, man, now you should be able to tag me, I think. I'm not really sure how that works.
Huh.
But anyways.
Interessant.
Yeah. Couldn't figure it out. It wasn't blocked or anything.
Okay.
So sorry, Craigers. But Colbia _9. Hit me up, man, and I'll send you whatever you want. Next up is keeps.com/revolution, Jabes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, keep the hair you got. And over 90% of cases, if you use Keeps, it'll help keep the hair that is on top of your head. It's the best in the biz, allegedly. We're doing it now. We're doing the Keeps test.
Yeah.
Right now. And for all of the listeners, it is a 1-month free trial. Go to keeps.com/revolution. That's KEEPS.com/revolution. They're giving a full free month free trial of it. And you go on there, tell them what your hair's like, and they'll fucking doctor you up some shit and send it out to you, man. It's fucking rad. My friends were using it, which is how this all started. And I said, I talked about it on air, and they reached out. And they were like, yo, you want to try it? And I was like, yeah. I'll give it a go for the rest of the year, and I'll give an honest opinion on it. So that's what we're doing with keeps.com/revolution. Again, all you have to do is sign up free 30-day trial and then see if you like it. And then after that, they just ship it to you every month. Next up, James, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shablanker.
I am all hopped up on the Strike Force today.
Yes.
Not that is shocking. You knew that.
And
right
everybody
away.
knows that you have been hyped up this week, and everyone has noticed.
Nikita Khrushchev on that shit. Really popping in my gullets. 4 amazing flavors. Grape, Ridge, lemon, orange, 10-pack, 40-pack, 750-milliliter bottle. Jabes, no carbs, no sugars, no gluten, no fucking nightmare Easter bunnies. We're off to Neverland. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Free shipping, Corona free. Comes in these boxes that you see on my desk right here. That'll get you up and out around the world and get you all juiced up like daddy. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com today. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off. They have a subscription of the month with I've had for 4 years, by the way. 4 years I've had that. Last but not least, we got StraightRazors.com, Jabes.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me.
Oh, you right?
Happy Easter, China.
You're welcome, everybody.
Happy Easter, China.
Be deaf for Easter.
You fuckers.
It ends now.
Yeah.
It ends today.
I'm going to be coloring egg rolls. That's the only eggs I'm coloring. Egg rolls, China. You fucks. Thanks for the corona. What, you want to color egg rolls and put them underneath, hide them for the
I
kids?
need to get some shit to fucking do.
Yeah, you do. You do. What up, girl? What up, girl?
Man.
StraightRazors.com is the only shave you need for a real man in this life.
I don't get any breaks.
No breaks. There's no breaks for me. But there's breaks for me. I can shave up like a clean boy. Oh, I'm a clean boy. With StraightRazors.com, I use that Smolder aftershave every day as well. Best products in the biz. Go to StraightRazors.com, promo code REVOLUTION. 20% off. Jabes. What do you, today is National Siblings Day.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you want to give your siblings a shout out? I'll give mine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Daniel Wiseman and Benjamin Wiseman.
There you go.
My bros, dude.
Give it a shout out to my stepsis, Michelle Lowry. What up, girl? Girl. you'll be a woman.
No.
She's in her 40s. She's fine. She's fine. She's already a woman.
Don't sing that
She's already a woman.
right now.
I want to talk about Tom Brady here real quick.
Ooh.
He's doing a lot of things that he doesn't typically do, Jabes. We talked about the Howard Stern interview.
Yes, we did.
Now he's filing these weird trademarks. One of them is TB times TB. He's in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady times Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
TB times TB.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a reach to me. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a reach. The other one he just filed today is Tompa Bay. That's
Tompa.
Tompa.
Okay.
Tompa Bay. That's another far reach for me on that one.
You know he's never had a strawberry before?
What?
Tom Brady has never eaten a strawberry in
Why?
his life, and he doesn't plan on it.
Why?
No reason, just hasn't.
Well, there's certain foods that people just won't even try because they don't like the looks of it. I wonder if that's it for him.
Is that weird?
He
Do you know
has no
anyone?
problem open mouth kissing his children. Like,
Do you know anyone that's never even tried a strawberry in their life?
no, is there a fruit or a food you've never even tried where you're just like, that's too gross, I won't do it?
Nothing like normal. Just stuff like.
What about oysters? Like, I've never seen you eat a raw oyster. Have you
Nope,
ever done that?
I never have.
Yeah. Why not?
'Cause gross.
But
That's-
you don't know.
Yep. I can see. I can feel.
Yep.
I can smell.
Okay.
Okay. But the strawberry is a lot different.
It depends on the human being. Really does. There was a kid in college who wouldn't eat starfruit
You.
just because it was shaped weird and
Yeah, I've never tried a star fruit.
it's great.
I
Big
would.
fan.
Yeah, I have no
Big fan.
problem doing it.
Yeah. But like the fucking strawberries? I don't know, man. Look, Tom Brady's fucking weird.
Super weird.
Yeah. Real fucking weird.
So like, whatever.
It's strange. Where'd you hear that?
He did an interview a
See
while
what I'm
ago.
saying? He keeps doing it. He's
No,
never
this
done
was a
many
really long
interviews.
time ago. It was with Stephen Colbert in 2018. But it kind of stuck with me, either Colbert or The Cut. That's what it was. It was remember when he was like in fashion stuff, so he was doing like a lot of like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it stuck with me because he said he's never had a strawberry before, and I was like, that's just a really weird thing to say. You know?
Yeah.
It's a
that
very
is strange.
decisive
Yeah.
thing
He's a weird guy.
to be like, I have never, I will never.
Yeah.
Like that's the cross you're
Why
gonna
wouldn't-
bear.
Yeah, why wouldn't you have a strawberry in your life?
Anyways.
Maybe you got touched by one as a kid.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the little seeds or
Fell down in a briar patch
a
full
texture
of,
thing. I get it.
full of strawberries.
I get it.
Maybe like an older man had a very alcoholic nose and
Yeah.
touched him, and it looked like a strawberry.
I'll never try that umami. Is it umami? Uni. Is it like the sea urchin?
Umami burger?
No, I love umami burger.
Okay.
Uni.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
yeah,
this
yeah,
like
yeah,
sushi
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
where people will like.
That's true. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. We got breaking news here, Jabes.
Was it?
The XFL, which is remember that football that we were watching, and you were like, "What the fuck is that on in the background?" And I was like, "It's the XFL, dude. I'm not into it."
Yeah.
They just started this year. They got about three or four games in, 3 or 4 weeks in. They've just suspended all operations, laid off all of its staff, and the league currently has no plans to return in 2021 either. So that league is dead. Yikes. That just got started. You know, Vince McMahon, the guy who owns WWE, he was the one that started that.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's a lot of people. There's a lot of players as well.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you lose a nail?
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
It's bound to pop off in your.
Train out nowhere. That's the Friday though. You know, that's the Friday show. Fuck, man, the XFL is gone. No shit. I don't like to see anybody go out of business. You know.
No.
You know, oddly enough, you know who I think could be on the way out as well? This is a big one, James. Major League Baseball. They going through that scandal with the Astros that they had.
Yeah.
And if their season is canceled, that's going to be really tough to recover from. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to have to focus on that nail later. Think about it.
Just don't.
Nah, I know. But you know, I think a lot. You're going to see a lot of things pop up that are going to go out of business. It's going to shock you. I really do. The XFL, motherfucker, they had money too. That's a big one, man. That's a big one to say we're never coming back again. We're never coming back again.
They weren't doing well, anyways. But
no, they were doing pretty well. They were doing all right. The DC team was doing pretty well.
Okay.
You know, and it's 3 weeks old, so you don't really.
So this was something that was keeping football going all year round?
Yeah, they were trying to. So in the offseason,
I'm
like
cool with that ending.
it was guys who were kind of on the fringe, like Cardale Jones from Ohio State. He was quarterback in the DC team, and you know, they were drawing in pretty decent crowds, I would say, because it was cities that don't typically have you know, football there. So how are the local restaurants doing? Have you heard anything?
I have not. I know that our local that we support just because it's the closest and
It's our favorite, Whiskey Creek.
yeah, Whiskey Creek is doing well.
Okay, good.
I mean, killing it. But I guess it all depends on where these places are and if people around them are supporting them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because with this new lockdown that they're having, like if you're going one in, one out at Whole Foods, like that's fucking that's a big boy one. So
yeah, like
I keep doing this at restaurants and shit like that.
Yeah, I can't wait on that line again. But I'm gonna see what they're doing at Harris Teeter today. Maybe do a bigger
run.
Yeah.
Go down to Food Lion over here.
Just at random.
Yeah. Try it out. Fuck, man. That's going to really suck if they start doing this shit.
Yeah.
Because once you have big boys like this closing down, imagine the little ones.
Yeah.
That's going to affect a lot of people, man. So, man, that's a bummer. I wish I had more positive shit to say to you today on Good Friday, you know?
Yeah.
Can't even go to church this weekend. That one guy's going to keep his shit open, though.
Oh, I know. There are going to be some. They were saying this morning that there are people that are going to do full normal services.
Really?
Yeah. They're strongly urging against it, and it may be, you know, I don't know what they can do about it, though. I guess arrest people that are going.
I think so.
I don't think that they will do that, but they're strongly, strongly advising against it.
Yeah, let's see. What'd you say, Jamie?
The churches get $50 per person fine and a Class 2 misdemeanor.
The churches get $50 per person fine and a Class 2 misdemeanor. Shit. $50, you know.
Yeah.
Per person, yeah. I'd pay that. If it means the world to you, you know?
Yeah.
If I could go to that UFC fight, I'd get a $50 fine for that.
Right.
If I could go and sit in there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a poll that was taken yesterday about sports, and they were like, I don't know who takes these polls. I really don't.
Right.
Because I think they're all bullshit, to be honest with you. It said 72% of sports fans wouldn't go back to stadiums unless there was a vaccine for the virus. No, I'd go. I'd be back in there now. I'd go to that UFC fight next weekend if I could.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got canceled now, but I would have been there had I had the option to do it. The airlines still haven't shut down, by the way.
Yeah.
Still haven't shut down. I saw somebody on a flight yesterday.
Yeah.
For a friend of ours, and I was just like, Tyler Rainey from Led by Iron.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on a flight, and he was just like, oof. He took a video on his phone, and he goes, I'm the only one in the entire airport right now.
Yeah, they're definitely like.
Last night on the beach, I was the only one out there. It was me and my boy, my son. We were the only ones out. It was beautiful. It was about 78 last night. Got to see the sunset on a full-on empty beach that's usually packed full of people, and I was like, man, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I enjoy the shit out of it. So the Pope says that he's going to do a virtual Easter. Not really sure. What the Pope going viral? Is he going on Instagram Live for this?
I don't know.
He's going live at 4:35 our time. Yep. So is that PM or AM?
AM.
Oh, 4:30 AM? Shit. I'll just be coming off a bender. Maybe I'll stay up and watch a couple minutes of it, you know?
He'll be going on pope.com.
He'd be poping his pants. Oh, you go to pope.com or
Pope.com, I think, is where you see it.
Popeyourpants.org.
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't jump on it quick enough. So
Big things poping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The other guy what's this fucking guy's name? This pastor. He's saying so. He's all in. He'd rather die than miss church, and he says they're expecting 1,000 people there. Tony Spell.
Okay.
Of the Life Tabernacle Church in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Ooh, in Louisiana?
It's
Dang,
really
dude.
hard hit. Yeah.
Bro.
The confidence and swagger of this guy, too.
Dude.
So he was arrested and charged with 6 misdemeanor counts of violating the governor's orders. But he told TMZ today, they say everybody's going to get it. And if everybody's going to get it, let's get it on and let's get on with our life.
Oh, hey.
Kind of in the same boat, bro.
There may be more and more of that starting.
Yeah.
Because just like, hey, bro.
They're finding the people in Europe who have had it, like Germany. They're like, oh, how do we do what Germany's doing? Well, the people who are fine are the ones that already got it already. And they're like, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
Going back to live my life and
yeah.
fucking.
I know I'm not going to die, so see you.
Yeah. I'm going back to work. I'm doing this shit. But Homeboy is just saying, yeah, fuck it. He's this guy's straight out of Central Casting too, where you're like, who would you cast for like a Southern pastor? It's this guy
this
right
guy,
here.
right?
This white guy. But yeah, man, and he's not going to miss that money. You know what I'm saying? It's a big boy church too. Jesus, he's really packing them in.
1,000 people.
1,000 people.
That's huge.
That is huge. I wonder what's going to happen with that. I'll be curious to see. Like, do they shut them down, and then what the revolt will be against that?
We'll see. I mean, it'll all play out.
It will.
On Sunday.
It will play out, Jabes. And we're going to have some family over. Have the kids out. It's supposed to be a little cooler this weekend.
Oh, cooler?
A little cooler this weekend.
What's it supposed to be?
I don't know. But Daddy's going to dip into some hard liquor tonight.
Yep, you said that a couple times already.
Wet my whistle a little bit.
Yeah, 73 and rainy, so that will be fun. We will not be
day?
outside on Sunday.
Raining all day?
Who knows?
Kids love to be inside during the quarantine.
They really do, and they're not going crazy at all.
Super well behaved.
They're loving it. Today we decided to have them all, instead of like grandma's or sleeping over at grandma's house, we decided to be like, you know what, let's all hang out together. And my guess is about an hour in, we will be really regretting that decision.
Well, we were going to have a sleepover, and then you pulled some meat out of the freezer, and, No, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast, cookout, get blackout drunk, start punching stars that aren't there.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I will have to be sober, so.
No. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Off to Neverland. Look, kids, wish we had more positivity today, but we don't. The UFC thing got me. I'm not going to lie. Kind of dampened my spirits.
Yeah, we know. Should we do this quick little... It's an Easter.
Oh, hey, Chris Beerworth just said, hey, Ross, Colby will be dropping in your DM from my phone.
Oh.
All right, cool.
His son, he was the one who did the thing that you won.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
All right.
No, for sure.
Should we do a quick little Easter crime corner?
Yeah, can we?
We can.
Let's do it. Crime corner.
Crime corner.
Crime corner. What do you got?
Crime corner. So I'm just going to shout out some detectives here. Steve Bichler.
Oh, that's a sweet name if it's
Bichler. I think it's Bichler. There's no T. It's just CHLER.
It would be sweet if it's Bichler. Yeah.
Keith Miller. What up, dog?
Yeah.
What up, dog? Detective Keith Miller.
Yes.
And we have...
What's up, Bichler?
What's up, Bichler? And then we have one more. JWF. I don't know. JW Fredenberg. Whatever.
JWF.
Good job, detective. So, Florida woman arrested for stuffing pornography in plastic Easter eggs and placing them in mailboxes. Fun lady.
Yeah.
What a fun gal, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, why can't she be in our fucking neighborhood,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We
yeah.
need some fun, flirty stuff like that.
Open up an Easter egg and get blasted with a dick pic.
Right?
Be great.
So a woman in Flagler County, we know this.
Oh, shit. That's in Florida.
Yes, we would party there like pretty much every Thanksgiving before we moved in together.
Flagler
right?
Beach, dude.
Flagler has been arrested after deputies say she put Easter eggs filled with pornographic images in residents' mailboxes.
My parents used to
Deputies
live
say
there.
they received calls about a woman placing plastic eggs into mailboxes on Hernandez Avenue and had identified the suspect's vehicle. What do you think her vehicle is?
I'm going to go
Honda
with
Civic. You
yep,
got it.
you bet.
Officials said the eggs contain pornographic images, non-threatening references to nearby churches and county buildings and other items. So,
That's great.
detectives say she admitted to placing the eggs in the mailbox, saying she was educating people, and she had
About
distributed.
pornography?
I guess so. It's still an ongoing investigation because they're not really sure why.
Yeah.
Educating people, and she has distributed over 400 pamphlets in the past few days. A bag of pornographic material was found inside the vehicle.
So she was looking to distribute some more.
Yeah.
great.
She intent, for sure, intent.
Victimless crime,
Yeah.
you know?
So,
I guess
It
unless you're a
kinda
kid who opened up the egg, you know?
right. So I guess, is it sort of to be like, are the pamphlets like now go to church? Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't really, not really sure
you
what.
just looked at a man's penis, now go to church.
Yeah, like I don't really
Yeah.
see, I don't see kind of what she is trying to
You need
do.
So
Thankfully,
here's the thing. You need to atone for your sins. But, you know, you looked at the pornographic picture in the egg, now go to church. Atone for your sins.
yeah, because she was passing out pamphlets
Yeah.
and trying to educate people and then put porno eggs in their mailboxes.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
So she clearly needs some help.
No, I think she's on the right path. Like that's, as a businessman, that's what you do, right?
Right.
You give them something awful, and then it causes them to go to do something else that's good.
Yeah. See something, say something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Very see something, say something. Hey, Mom and Dad, I found
Mom.
an Easter egg with a giant penis in that. Oh, what else was in the mailbox? Well, it was a pamphlet for church. That's where we're going. That's where we're
You've
going.
seen it. Now we need to go.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Seems pretty obvious to me. You know?
Okay, if you get it.
Yeah.
You two are just two peas in a pod. But again, I wish.
Two dicks in an egg.
I sometimes wish we had this fun little flirty stuff in our neighborhood,
So
you know?
So do I. You know?
I need a bit of drama, you
Yeah,
guys.
you do.
I need a bit of an old lady with long gray roots.
You need you need to
dropping
get
off.
revved up.
Yeah. So,
well,
there you go. Happy Easter. I
Proud
have
of
some
her. What's her
fucking.
name? Does she have a name? This lady?
Does she have a name, this lady? Does she have a name?
Nah, she doesn't.
No,
No,
she doesn't.
nameless.
Yep.
Either way, happy Easter to her. You know?
Oh, Sestoni?
Yeah, Sistoni.
Sorry, I just spit all over this.
Classic name. Very, very Italian.
Castoni?
Never heard of either of those names, Shapes, but
Okay.
proud of you nonetheless. Proud of you nonetheless. Right now is a good time to get out of here.
Cestoni.
You bet.
Yeah. What is it?
Sistonia. Never heard that name before in my life. But I'm proud of her. And I hope her and her family are having a very wonderful Easter. You know?
Oh, man.
Put hashtag Easter on this video. Alec, you got to hashtag it Easter.
You've got to.
Nothing says Easter
You've
like
got
putting
to.
dicks inside Easter eggs and a pamphlet for Jesus next to it.
Yeah.
For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Happy Easter, everyone.
Good afternoon.